Hi everyone, whoever's here, whoever's not here and is watching the replay, welcome everyone. My name is Desiree Abicassis. I'm a naturopath and founder of the Health Quickie community, as well as the Health Quickie page right here, which you're watching on. So I've decided to do a bit more Facebook Live and get on camera more often because I want to share all the beautiful, wonderful, and exciting things that I've been doing. So today I actually shared on my community group, I shared a blog post that I had written, and I wanted to talk about the content within that blog post. So if you want to check out my blog, go to www.healthquickie.com into the blog tab, and you'll find so many wonderful, beautiful articles in there about all different types of health issues, and they're usually very practical and tip-based and to the point. So I don't want to bore you to death with tons of information. I've really made them very concise, to the point. They all have, headers, so if you want, you can just scroll through, read the bold headers, and then decide which information you feel is relevant to you. So that's all really, customer and consumer friendly and very easy to read. So today I published an article called 5 Ways to Simplify Your Life and Meals. And the reason I think this is very important is because we're just all so busy. Our modern lifestyles are extremely busy. I'm a mom of 2. I have a job that I go to. I also have my online business that I run. I have my consultation practice. And it's hard to just stay afloat. Not to mention, I'm a mother who cooks from scratch almost all the time, as much as possible. And this is a very important foundational principle to me. So I make sure to cook from scratch. And we all know that cooking from scratch does take some time in the kitchen. It takes some organization and preparation as well. So these are tips that I want to give you. If you suffer from food at home is boring syndrome, so let's just get takeout, let's get packaged and processed foods, that is going to take a toll on your health in the long run. So keep in mind that whatever you put into your body is going to drive you more towards health or more towards disease. Remember, healthy eating is prevention for your body, okay? It's going to give you sort of health insurance, because at the end of the day, your health is your most important, biggest asset. So you really want to take care of it in the right way as much as possible. It's going to slow down aging, optimize your digestion, give you more energy. There are so many reasons why you would want to incorporate healthy eating into your life. So a few tips that you can keep in mind, especially when you're going to the grocery store, when you're trying to organize your life, is when you're at the local, grocery store or health food store. I'm going to say health food stores, you've got to be alert and know what you're looking for, even at health food stores, because they can be full of a lot of junky foods, packaged and processed foods and things like that. So what you want to do when you go grocery shopping is shop the perimeter. That means the outer aisle. So if you actually take, think of a bird's eye view, look down at a grocery store and think of how it's laid out. All of the fresh produce, the eggs, the breads, all of these healthy foods are sort of going to be at the perimeter of the grocery store or health food store. Everything that's inside the internal aisles is going to be canned goods, processed and packaged and boxed foods. So what happens with these processed foods is, in order to maintain a shelf life and make sure that they do stay shelf stable, all kinds of chemical preservatives are added into these boxes, okay? Not only that, but a lot of cheap filler foods are added to this. So conventionally grown, monocrop cultured grown wheat, which is abundant in gluten, soy, which is genetically modified, corn and its derivatives, so high fructose corn syrup. All kinds of chemical cocktails are added into these foods to make them cheap. They're fillers, right? And also keep them on the shelf for extended periods of time, because that's better for business and that's better for corporate pockets and money making. So unfortunately, our health is not at the forefront of companies' minds for the most part. There are ethical and caring companies out there, I have to say, but for the most part, if you're shopping at a conventional grocery store, you have to be a very smart and alert consumer, and you have to be aware and conscious and educated on what you are consuming. And not to mention that the packaged and processed foods that are in the center aisles are what was I going to say? Okay, I don't remember, but it'll come to me. But you want to skip those aisles, basically, okay? So you want to shop the perimeter of the health food store and grocery store. Yes, what I was going to say is that when you look on a box for any of these boxed, processed, packaged foods, you'll find an ingredients list that's super, super long, and that often sounds very scientific, names that you don't recognize. So if you see too many long chemical sounding names that you don't recognize, stay away from those foods. Why would you want to put that into your body? What you want to find are foods that are the closest to nature and the closest to the way they came out of the earth. Okay, so basically whole foods, natural foods, unprocessed and unadulterated, untampered with foods. And what you also want to do is meal plan. Now, I personally have to get better at this. There are weeks when I'm awesome at it and weeks when I'm not so great at it. But the weeks where I actually do get myself organized like this, I am so much happier. I am so much less stressed. It's like a huge stress relief to know that when I get home from work and I go into the freezer, I have some prepared foods that I've prepared. I know exactly what's gone into them. I don't love freezing food for long periods of time. But a few days is okay, a week is okay, no big deal. I don't freeze food for like 6 weeks or 6 months or something like that. But another thing is that you'll have fresh foods that you've prepared on a Sunday, let's say that you put in glass containers, and that'll be just in the fridge and really easy to access. So I'm all about being able to assemble foods really quickly. I love bowls, so putting, the protein into a bowl and maybe like a gluten-free grain and tons of vegetables with a beautiful sauce. So foods that you can assemble easily, just put things together. That's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of frustration and stress. So you can also use all that stuff to prepare your lunches. So you have a boxed lunch when you go to work. You don't have to buy food out at the restaurant. You don't have to spend your money. You don't have to spend your time, and you don't have to compromise your health. Okay? So that's where meal planning comes in very handy. And I have courses that show you exactly how to organize your meal planning, which usually constitutes on a Sunday getting your list together, sitting down, and actually planning out which meals you plan to make for the entire week, writing out exactly which ingredients you're going to need, and taking that list to the grocery store and going through the sections and really choosing out exactly what you need in the exact quantities that you need to, especially if you follow recipes, taking that back home and prepping. So cutting up your vegetables, preparing a big batch of protein, whatever that protein is, be it animal protein or plant-based protein, and start dividing things up into containers and having that really easy to access whenever you need it. Hi, Pam. Pam is a good friend of mine. She's also a big foodie. And we talk about food. We have a group actually dedicated to food, but it's a private group. But in the Health Quickie community, you can find proper recipes and more professional conversations about food. So that's meal planning and choosing quality versus quantity. So we know that there are foods that have, processed foods have been stripped of their nutrient value. So all the healthy fats have been stripped. Usually I'm thinking about like bread or white pasta. Healthy fats have been stripped. The healthy bran part of the plant, the fiber has been stripped, where you have this empty food almost, like it's like just empty food and white food and processed food. So you want to make sure that you are really packing a punch when you eat your meals and making sure that you have high quality foods. And I just did a video on this for my challenge, which I'm going to invite you to at the end of this, but I spoke about adding superfoods to your diet as well. So if you're having a smoothie, why not add some raw cocoa nibs into your smoothie and really up the nutrient value, the magnesium property, the vitamin and mineral content of that food that you're creating. If you're having some gluten-free or sprouted toast with some almond butter, why not throw on some hemp seeds? If you're having a salad, why not throw in some goji berries? All of these superfoods are really, really high and nutrient dense. So a really comprehensive nutrient profile, high in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. So why not try to incorporate those into what you're eating already to just increase the nutrient value of your food? When you're eating refined and processed and packaged foods, the nutrient value really isn't high. And actually, you become malnourished in a sense, okay? Because you're not actually nourishing your body with the building blocks that it actually needs in order to thrive and experience abundant energy and perfect digestion and healthy moods and happy moods. So all of these aspects of your health are going to be influenced by what you put into your body. Nutrient density was the last subject there. So check out the blog post, 5 ways to simplify your life and meals on my blog, healthquickie.com. Just go to the blog section, you'll see it. Or you can go to the Health Quickie community and click on the link, and that'll lead you straight to the blog. The last part I want to mention is on the 15th of February, going from the 15th, 16th, and 17th, I have this amazing 3-day healthy eating challenge. At the bottom of that blog post, I will post a link. You can click on that box where you are taken to a sign-up form, and you want to sign up for this challenge because it's free. And it's super value rich, and it lasts 3 days. Every single day you get a very comprehensive video. You get a worksheet, so you're going to do your homework. You can participate in the group, and it's a very value rich 3-day healthy eating challenge. What we focus on those 3 days, the first day is all about creating the right mindset, setting ourselves up for success, creating goals that we want to accomplish for ourselves, finding out and investigating and exploring our why. So why we want to be healthy, why we want to start eating healthy. Look, we all fall off the wagon, okay? It's very common. We're human. I fall off the wagon as well very frequently. But you get back on again and you make sure your foundations are solid and you have the right principles in place for the health of your family and for the health of your own self, body, and mind. So what we do in this challenge is investigate on day 1 mindset, how to really set the right foundations for experiencing a healthy lifestyle. On day 2, we are going to remove any obstacles to health. So any barriers, anything that's really getting in our path, in our way, that is going to veer us in the wrong direction. We want to get rid of those obstacles, and that means cleaning and clearing out your kitchen, clearing out some mindset issues. You know, there's emotional eating and all kinds of things that you want to clear out because those are obstacles to your success. Day 3 investigates adding in the accelerators and the helpers. So all of those principles and aspects and ingredients and food items that are going to help towards your process of accelerating your state of health. It's a beautiful, comprehensive 3-day challenge. I urge you to come and join me. It's 3 days long. It's extremely supported. It's very professional and well thought out, and it's based on a strategy. So a lot of my clients will try to do things alone. The mountains of information out there are overwhelming. The different diets you can follow, whether it be the ketogenic diet or the Paleolithic diet or the raw food or the vegan or the macrobiotic diet. I mean, it's overwhelming. It's even overwhelming for me, and I have to try to navigate through this. The specific carbohydrate diet, if you want to get specific with digestive issues, and the GAPS diet. Anyway, it's crazy. It really is crazy. So if you want like a foundational starting point, this is going to help to clear up confusion and really make things concise and basic and easy for you to understand, where you can actually start implementing the foundations for healthy eating. So join me, and the sign up link is below. I'm going to put a few links down underneath this Facebook Live so you can access it easily. Okay guys, so take care, and thanks for watching my live or the replay, and talk to you soon. Bye.